Hey, it says I'm live. I'll blow my nose before anybody comes in. I had milk for breakfast. Golly. So if you're watching, just scrub forward until you see something start happening. Because I'll just wait for all the peeps to come in. Says there's 6. Hi, CB. All right. We're going to start seeing people come in now. Maybe notifications went out. Who knows? All right. Let me see. I'll get this down a little bit so you guys can't see the mess over here. Hi, Marcia. I'm not sure if you've ever been here before, so if you haven't, welcome. We'll have people start coming in here. Hi, Joan. I've got to finish up these prompt cards. So I'll show them when. Okay, well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Starbuck. Probably cut it about there. Probably should grab mine too. Hey, girl. Hi, Mindy. Gonna give these prompt cards away today. So that'll be fun. I really still, right now, this moment, don't have an idea of what I'm doing today. How's that for preparation? Golly. The Janet and Eileen show. Yeah, where is Eileen? Hey, Ian. Just back from shopping. Did you buy cool stuff? Hey, Judy. Hey, Ange. Yeah, Eileen hasn't drug herself in here yet. She probably fell asleep after Dee Dee's. So I wish I could tell you I had a bunch of really fun stuff that I did over the weekend, and I really didn't. Just basics. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to go do that tomorrow, Ian. But any luck, I'll get to go to at least a hobby store so I can look. I do want to go to Tuesday morning, though, because I did watch Colleen the other night. She got some really cool stuff at Tuesday morning. So, but I don't know. I haven't even talked to the rat about what he wants to do. But I was thinking tomorrow might be a good day to get out of the house since I haven't been out in many, many days. Just paint. Okay, well, paint's good. It's better than tomatoes, in my opinion. Yeah, I love Tuesday morning too. If they have good stuff. The weird thing about my Tuesday morning is sometimes you can go in there and they have a ton of good stuff, and then the next time you go, it's like stuff you wouldn't even drag home if they paid you. So, yeah, it's kind of hit and miss at mine. But at least, you know, occasionally I get some pretty cool stuff. And then I'll look at napkins, if nothing else. Like I need napkins. Lips don't go there. But, so. Hi, Lane. Well, mine has a whole aisle of craft stuff. It's just whether or not it's junk you want to drag home, you know. Hi, Joe Beth. So we're still waiting for my sidekick. She's not here yet. Hi, Danny Knitter. I thought today, this was my plan. You guys tell me what you think. We can change it up because I don't really care. If there's something somebody wants to see or do, I don't really care. But Inktober is coming up. So I thought I would, I did go ahead during Dee Dee's and went ahead and made the innards of the book. And I'm going to try and keep it the same size as all my previous Inktobers. And I'll just go through them while we're waiting for people to come in. A lot of you have seen them. The first time I actually started doing Inktober in 2015, but I didn't do many of the, I didn't get many days done. So where's that book? This was like 2015, and I didn't get many of them done. So, but then in 2016, I went ahead and really committed. And these were all pretty simple. So, and I did that. Dee Dee was drawing Barbara's son race on her stream, so I was drawing along with her. And that's literally all I got done in 2015. So I don't count 2015 as having played along. So, hi, Dorothy. So in 2016, I got serious about it and committed. I mean, I committed to doing it. So let me see. I'm checking my settings real quick. Yeah, they're okay. Because it looked like it was blurry, but it's not. So that year I chose to draw toys. And this was a fun year. I enjoyed this one a lot. And I did the pen and ink, and then I did go ahead and shade them with graphite. So, and I don't think that's cheating. And this, I actually have the game. Barrel of Monkeys. The Slinky was hard. But it was fun. And a lot of you probably remember these. A lot of these toys. I had a lot of them. Everybody in the world had one of these Fisher-Price phones, didn't they? One of those pull-along phone toys. My grandmother had one of these monkeys and a top. Thanks, Judy. This year I'm going to do 1 or 2 high-quality ink-based artworks. That's cool. You mean like a continuation, just work on it until you get 2 completely done? This is really weird because you're not seeing the bottom. And it was surprising this year. I think it was surprising to me which ones I thought were going to be a slam dunk and then which ones turned out to be much, much harder than I thought they would be. Like this one was really simple. So for whatever reason that day I was just like, oop, paddle and ball. That's all you're getting. Gumby and Pokey. Cupid doll. Rocking horse. Old maid. I like this one. The green toy soldier guy. And some of these have ghosting from the back. That's one way to do it. Okay. So this year I chose different paper. This one is one of my absolute favorites, the troll doll. I think the face and everything on this one and its little belly came out really good. So yeah, in this one. And I liked her hair a lot. So pickup sticks, that was a pain in the neck. But I like Raggedy Ann, roller skate, and then the 31st was a sock monkey and a pumpkin. So that was 2015. And how many of you are going to do it this year? 2016 was, no, that was 2016. This was 2017. I did cartoon characters. And I did this on dot grid paper. And I'm not sure how much ghosting I only did it one side because I didn't like the ghosting from the year before. So Tweety and Sylvester. And this year, one of the reasons I chose this was because I wanted to work on the lettering as well, to try and match the lettering. Okay, Jeff's going to do it. Do you have a theme, or are you going to use the prompts, or Dumbo, Elmer Fudd. And again, I didn't do any of these in color. Dennis the Menace. Betty Boop. My mother loved Betty Boop. Pogo. I like Pogo. This is one of my favorites. Exactly, Scooby. That's a good question. How many toy soldiers are buried out in the yard, in everybody's yard? Trying to talk myself into it, first timer. Danny, if you want to learn to draw, and I would say this, Painty Girl, you're doing, you know, think about this too. You don't have to take on a huge project. Even if you sit down and just doodle a flower every day. I think the most important thing is really committing to it and doing it every day. And I think Julie, she's not here right now. She's been at it like over a year now. I think she's been like, almost 2 years of doing some piece of art every day. And I think that's the thing that is really valuable. Hi, Janice. So, yeah, just don't set yourself up with something so hard. You're thinking pumpkins, nothing wrong with that, Painty Girl. Yeah, I mean, pick something simple. There's a ton of things. Even if you just did basic drawing of shapes and shading them. And if you want, I'll go pull a book to show you what I'm talking about. There's nothing that says it has to be this intricate or anything. You can set yourself up for success or failure, whichever, you know. But these I was more interested in wanting to do the lettering as well. And then I went ahead and found out who the artist was and what year they were introduced. On some of them, I obviously didn't on this one. Tinkerbell, I think, was Walt Disney. So Porky and Petunia, that was 1935. Fritz Freeling. Mr. Magoo, I love this one. 1949, John Hubley. Rocky and Bullwinkle, I didn't look that one up. Roadrunner, that was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. You like to erase? Well, there you go. Pinocchio, that was Walt Disney. Well, in 1940, Walt Disney, actually the creator was, in 1883, Carlos Collodi. Nancy, a lot of people didn't remember Nancy. They were in my, they were a syndicated cartoon column, and I read them in my newspaper. That was Ernie Bushmiller, 1938. Yogi Bear, everybody knows Yogi. This one was really hard. That picnic basket was a pain in the ass. Thanks, Scooby. Richie Rich. And keep in mind, these are fairly small drawings. These are, hey, Eileen, got my ruler out. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So these are not large. Richie Rich, a lot of people don't remember him. 1953, I loved him too. Bought all his comic books. Curious George. That was a fun one. 1940. 1943. Chippendale. Walt Disney. Archie. Archie was my favorite comic books. There's Eileen, finally. 1942. There's Little Dot. She was also a cartoon book. She was Harvey Comics. Tom and Jerry, 1940, Hanna-Barbera. These would have been fun in color too. 1958, Hanna-Barbera, Huckleberry Hound. Henry, a lot of people didn't remember Henry. 1932, Carl Anderson. Pepe Le Pew, and I told you the story about my boss where my son called him Mr. Le Pew. 1945 Warner Brothers. Pink Panther. Hot Stuff, The Little Devil. This pisses me off because the lettering's crooked. But that's 1957. Warren Kramer. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Is that 31? Nope. And the Jetsons. This one was very complicated. 1962 Hanna-Barbera. And then it seemed like, oh, I had a list of others that I was going to finish. Okay, here I started. I was going to say, Eileen, didn't you make me do Jughead or something? Hi, G. Brody. Anybody I might have missed going through there? Yeah, Jughead, he was out of the Archie comic books. And then Olive Oil. So, and I could have kept going forever, probably. There's a ton of cartoons out there. And then last year, I did Candy, and I still haven't finished that cover. That's how lame I am. That's been a year now. Oh, there's Erasing. Danny, there's Erasing. You just didn't see it. Hi, Joan. Other Joan. But the Candy was fun. Yipes Stripes. And again, I chose this as much for the lettering as I did the artwork, trying to make it as real as possible. Mason's Black Crows, Candy Drops, Woody Woodpecker, Tattoo Gum, Schnozola. That was Jimmy Durante. You have to be my age about to know Jimmy Durante. Comics are like cartoons, so stupid. Well, don't you come in just spreading sunshine everywhere. Thought you inked them straight off without pencil. Yeah, no, I definitely do the drawing in pencil first. And that's one way you cannot set yourself up for failure. Dee Dee, I think, goes direct to ink. I do not. I do my pencil drawing and then make any corrections and erase and then ink it at the end. There's Popeye Candy Cigarettes. Somebody was talking about that Dee Dee's this morning. And these, some of the lettering is a little corny, a little goofed up, but that's okay. Clove Chewing Gum. I think I did good on that one. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. There you go, CB. And then I started adding color. So I had to do this one because it's Dee Dee's favorite favorite candy. And the Raisinets just wouldn't have done as well without the red lettering. So I had to do it. And then on some of these too, the shading is done with graphite. But I don't think there's any cheating. No. You don't have to do straight up ink. I mean, it's all up to you. But no, I'm not going to go direct to ink. You'll see how really crappy a drawer I really am. Jolly Rancher. I grew up right next to or very close to the Jolly Rancher factory in Colorado, and you can smell that apple for days. These were snow caps. So I liked them after I started adding a little bit of color. This one I could add more color. And you can still see some of my lines, some of my reference lines on here. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. Here's Clark Bar. But these I was very interested in the lettering. Getting that lettering at the angle, just perfect. Snow caps in movie theaters for sure. This is actually one of my very favorites. And this is one I'm really proud of because I think I got the shading right. The package looks crumpled like the Big Cherry packages were. And another thing, you guys, don't try and draw out of your head. Hypercola, Jake Parker, the inventor of Inktober, starts with an orange Prismacolor pencil before going to ink. See, so it's okay. You would print it out on your computer. Yeah, don't set yourself up for failure. Use whatever tools you have necessary because I think the whole purpose of Inktober is really just to get people creating a habit and doing something they love to do. So use reference. Absolutely. That's the one thing. Don't sit and draw out of your head. Look at something. Every one of these I had a reference for. And now with the internet, there's no reason. You can find anything in the world you want to find to draw. And then you can alter it to make it your own. Yeah, drawing from your head is, yeah, that's, Dee Dee doesn't even do that. This one would have been fun in color. This is nickel nips. I love these. And they were so stupid because what you paid, I don't know, by the time I got them, they were probably, yeah, I was going to say like a nickel. And you got one drop of syrup out of them. That was stupid. Bazooka should have been in color. And I always thought I'd go back and do them, but I didn't. Hi, Vicky, by the way. Charleston shoes. BB bats. My brother, I love BB bats. This would have been a banana flavored one because it was yellow, but you could get them in strawberry and chocolate and lots of different flavors. And they were taffy on a stick. A lot of you probably remember them. I was laying in my bed, on top of my bed, eating a BB bat sucker one time, and I had sucked it to a sharp point. And he was jumping on the bed over me, and he fell on me and poked it down my throat. And my mom didn't have the car that day, so somebody had to run around to the neighbor's house to tell Esther to come take me to the doctor. And we went to the hospital, and Dr. Yamasaki was the doctor, and he stitched me up. And he was a resident, and he was going to open a practice in our neighborhood. And so he became our permanent GP after he sewed me up. And he talked to me about that his whole life. He remembered me when I was a kid coming in with that BB bat hole in my throat. Here's a Pez dispenser. I know, you guys are going, oh my God. Yeah, it was scary. And my mother, honestly, my mother, when it came to panic situation, she had 7 kids. When it came to a panic situation, my mother was useless. However, our neighbor Esther, she was the best. Like, Esther could handle anything. Big hunk, this one came out good because I like the background. Atomic fireballs, I love them. I think a lot of these candies you can probably still get. The Jetsons, candy sprockets. So these are like a duplication of the comic guys that I'd already drawn. I like this cinnamon reeds because I used metallic. The foil on them was metallic, and I like it because it has a metallic on it. You never heard of Big Hunk? Big Hunks were toffee with peanuts in it. Peanut flavored toffee. Oh, it was good. Bottle caps, that was more my kids' candy. I didn't ever have bottle caps, but the colors are pretty. Chiclets. Sugar daddies. It's the wrong kind of sugar daddy. Big Hunk are those, the UP. Exactly, Scooby. You never heard of Big Hunks either? I wasn't ever a chiclet fan either. I love these candy buttons, though. And there's Sweet Tarts. I like this one. It's also metallic, but I feel like I did a really good job on this one. I think the lettering is good. The highlights on the packaging is good. I think I did a really good job on this. I don't mind admitting when I do a good job. Candy necklace. I love them. The Fun Gum Whistle for Halloween. I love them. And then pumpkin and candy corn, which I hate those. I absolutely hate them. But they're kind of Halloween candy, right? And then for Halloween, I did the wax chewing gum fangs. So we are on to another Inktober here in a few months. And I thought today I might watercolor paint, make a cover for my book. I did go ahead and cut it. I'm going to work on heavier weight paper this year so I don't get as much ghosting. Hi, Norma. Thanks, Norma. Yeah, I'm going to work on a little bit heavier weight paper, so I'm not limited so much to the products I can use. So let's see. I'm using my micrometer here to see how weight this paper is. No wax pop bottles. Yeah, there was wax pop bottles in there, Gail. Hi, Gail, by the way. Yeah, there was wax bottles somewhere in there. Yeah, see? I just didn't color them. But yeah, these were the wax bottles. The nickel nips. Yep. So, and I think I could probably do candy for another year. And still have plenty to draw from. All right, this isn't going to tell me. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so I'm going to work on about 125 tag, 125 pound tag paper. So, yeah. So it's going to be quite a bit thicker, and the book's going to be thicker. The Wowie whistles. Well, the only whistle I did was the wax one that you got at Halloween. This was the wax whistle. And then you also got the fangs that were that wax chewing gum. I like the initial flavor, but then I spit it out immediately. Back in the early 80s, a friend of mine gave me a job in her candy and toy store. She had every kind. Oh, that would be great. Working in an old-fashioned candy place, or old-fashioned books, or I think that's one of the reasons I like the Curiosity ink. Is that paper like 120, 110 pound bond? It's the equivalent of, you would probably have it. It would be sketch paper, Elaine, a little bit heavier weight sketch paper. So I went ahead and did the guts for my book. Now I just need to do the cover. But before I do that, I'm going to, unless Eileen overrides me, I'm going to go ahead and show the prompt cards that I went ahead and finished. These are the ones that we worked on last week. We finished them, and I don't know why this crazy thing is so far out today. So anyway, I went ahead and I cut them up. I don't remember where I left off, frankly, what I did on camera and what I did off camera. Hi, Natalie. But I did the front and the back on stream. I do remember that. And I think I was letting them dry. I went ahead and glued them all together. And then what I did was I went ahead and took the 100 Bren prompts and did a Google Doc and printed them out and glued them on the back of the cards. So each card has either 6 or 7 prompts on it. There's 15 cards in each set. And some of them I went ahead, because in the meantime, Eileen had come up with a set of prompts. And I liked some of hers a little better. So I did go ahead and put some of them on there, like use the jelly plate, or I don't remember which ones were Eileen's. But some of the ones from Bren I didn't like, so you have made me open a packet of gummies. I love gummy bears. Anyway, so these prompts, if anybody's interested, I did Google Docs for both of them. So you can get the 100 Bren prompts, and I don't remember how many were on Eileen's list. But I did a separate Google Doc for it. So if you want to print these prompts out yourself, you can. I did 2 sets of them. And they're pretty much identical, you know, other than the artwork is different. This is the artwork from the first set we did, I guess. And they're fairly thick because I put a little piece of cardboard in between them. So this set is pretty thick compared to mine. And then what I did for my own was, so that I'd have Eileen's, I went ahead and used the leftover cards from one of these sets and put Eileen's prompts on 3 of them. So all my prompts now are together on this set of cards. The blue ones are Eileen's and the other ones were the Bren prompts. So anyway, I got all that done, but I hadn't put a string on them yet. So I thought I would do that during the stream, and I would pick out charms to put on them because I haven't looked through my charms in a long time. Here's a bunch of crown charms that I have. I don't really want to share those, but I would. There's a world charm, couple of world charms I've got. The M you can't have because that's mine. Oh, I've got a lot of world charms. I must have bought those. These are the tents for the Not My Circus, Not My Monkeys. Not My Circus, Not My Monkeys. There's a little butterfly. That would not be a bad one. There's another world one. Coffee one I don't want to share, really. There's a fish, tuna breath. There's a koala. That's from Australia. An Eiffel Tower. There's a monkey. There's a little heart. That's a monkey. And then some rulers. I need to save one of the rulers to put on a set that I make for Eileen. So which one should I use? I think I'm going to use the butterfly on one. And what other one? Maybe a world. The world looks nice with the metallic on there. No. Hi, Christine. We could play Monopoly. Yes, we could. All right, here we go. I think we're going to use the butterfly in the world. How about that? Now on mine, I think I'm going to just do, I'm thinking. And I just cut a piece of cord, but I don't know if I want to double it up or just put them on a loop. I think I'll put them on a loop. Yeah. So, anyway, other than this today, I was going to show the abstract painting book I got. I did order that journal, Eileen, but I did not order the book, The Doors. I just don't see myself using it like you guys will. So I didn't order the doors. I figured if I want a door, I'll draw a door. How about that? Oh, you like the butterfly? Shocker, right? Yep, Ange is a butterfly lover. So these came out pretty darn good. I'm happy with them. And I hope whoever wins them in the giveaway loves them. So if you get these, you're not getting all of the Eileen's prompts. So that's one thing you should be aware of. Oops. What journal are you talking about? Oh, Eileen sent me a link for a journal off of Amazon the other day. Shock, right? Something else I have to own from Amazon. And it's a really cool thing. If Eileen wants to put the prompt in there, she could. It's a pretty cool looking journal. Is the paper handmade, Eileen? I'll just tie that to the knot. Oh, and I got to go get my phone too. There. All All right. One set ready to go. Deckled edges and tea stain. Yeah. You're facing forward, some backward. You're facing some forward and some backward. Am I? No, they're all. Oh, there is one in there. Oh, how did that happen? They were all going one way. Now I have to untie the knot. Damn it. No worries. Or I'll just cut a new piece of cord. Is that handmade paper? Did you get it, CB? Did you order it too? And you guys already have yours, because I've got a new rule with Amazon that I have to wait for at least 24 hours before I order anything. Because I bought too much stuff spontaneously, and I've ended up being not necessarily disappointed, but thinking later, why did I do that? Why did I just rush right in and do that? All right, this knot I'm going to cut off. We won't miss that much cord, will we? Thanks for noticing that, Christine, dork that I am. I could have sworn they were all going the right way. We're just going to start over. So there was 2 of them that I had upside down. I'm cutting a new piece of cord because I don't want to have to fight. Let's see if I could. Yeah, I got the holes in there pretty good. Eileen may be out getting the link for that journal. Mine should already be on the way, so hopefully they won't run out. Oh, you already had it. Okay. What are you using it for, CB? Just because I'm nosy and want to know. And it sure was good seeing Jen this morning, CB, right? There, Eileen put the link in for you guys. It's a cool looking journal. It really is. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I needed another journal like I needed a flippin' hole in the head. I didn't need another journal. Oh my God. I went through my TNs and all my journals that sit here in my room, and I did go ahead and put a bunch of stuff away, which needed to be put away. You know, journals that were done or whatever. I told myself then, you needed that journal like you need a hole in the head. The link isn't working. Petting, pencil sketching, love seeing Jen. I know, it was good to see Jen. I'm glad she came and visited with us this morning. Okay, that one's ready to go now. Now we'll cut a new cord for this one. I should have measured it. Oh well. Eileen, for whatever reason, you have to delete some of the description when you post links. If anybody else wants it, I'll go get it and post it on Twitter. Did I look through these? I'm going to double check. I don't want to have to go through that again. And these won't be stuck together. It's just that I went ahead and matte mediumed them. Put matte medium on them. And then stacked them so that they would get real flat. So they shouldn't stick for you. Okay. You missed Jen? Yeah. She came to Dee Dee's this morning, which was really fun to see her. Sounds like she's doing okay. And the kids are all doing okay, so that's cool. These holes may not be as good. I have to punch these with a industrial hole punch because the cards got so dang thick. That's okay. So I thought today I would maybe work on the cover for my Inktober journal this year, because I'm going to keep it the same size as I have in past years. Yeah, now see, Sandy, I think Eileen was before I started hanging out with you guys. I remember her, but not like you do. So I think she was kind of during when I started hanging out with you guys and her taking a hiatus or whatever. Yeah, there you go, Christine. The trick to Amazon links. There you go. She's got it. I always wait until after the first set of numbers and then delete everything beyond that. Okay. I like this little world. So then I'm going to go get my phone and we'll do a little giveaway. And there we go. 2 sets of cards already. Beth, I do. Let me see. Maybe I can go get it and put the link in here. Let me go see if I can open Google Docs real quick. And then I'll just put the links in the chat. And you guys can go and they're printable documents. I'll do the one I called mixed media prompts first. It's actually the 100 prompts that we all sat around at Bren's and came up with one day. And there's some that are duplicate on there, so just watch a little carefully. You might end up with something less than 100, because like I think there were 2 sewing prompts. I don't know. All right, I'm getting the shareable link right now. Okay. Here's the, hang on. And then it should go with the video, and then people who watch it on the recording can get the prompts as well, and they won't have to contact me, which makes me happy. I mean, I don't care if you ever want something, go ahead and contact me, but if I can satisfy as many requests as possible, that's cool. And now I'm getting the one of Eileen's prompts. And I did them white on, or black ink on white paper, so you can change all that, you know, if you get it into your computer, I'm pretty sure. All right, and here's the second one. So oops, hang on. All right, there's the 2 prompts. Okay, and Ian got the vintage Amazon. Thanks, Ian. So there you go. There's the prompts. All right, let me get my phone and we'll do a giveaway. We've got what, 56 people watching? So you got a 1 in 56 chance of winning. Let's see, we need random.org. All right, since we've got 56 people here, let's go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 50 because it's going to be the closest one. You want in? Of course you do. Let's see, random.org. Oops, that was the wrong one. Random number generator, not name. All right, maybe we'll do better this time. Random.org. Okay, so the number, here's the rules. They're same as at Dee Dee's. Pick a number between 1 and 50. The one closest without going over will win. And I've got it pulled up now. And you'll have to send me your address. Don't type in your number. Okay, go ahead. Type in your numbers. I haven't generated yet, so go ahead. Go. Put your numbers in between 1 and 50. One number only. If you type in 2, you disqualify yourself. And this should go a lot faster than at Dee Dee's because we've got about a third of the people. All right, Elaine, if you win, you have to give your set to somebody else because you already have a set, don't you? I thought I already made you one. I'll give it a few seconds, let people get their numbers in. Look at that camera trying to focus. All right, looks like numbers have stopped. All right, ready? Set. All right, cool. All right. Kimberly, 150. 97's too high. Put in another number, Kimberly. Shall better. I'm going to give you a second, Kimberly. We'll go ahead and eliminate that one since it's already too much over. Dorothy put in 41. That's all right. You can't put in another one, and it's too late. One number only. But you get another chance because we're going to do a second drawing. All right, I'm done. Ready, set, generate. Number is 41. 41. Let's go back. 41. Oh, look at Angie's place. 41. Ange, you won, you little turd. Congrats, Ange. All right, Ange, since you're the first winner, decide which one you want. Do you want the, let's see, is this the one with the butterflies? Nope, this is the second set. I think this is the one with the, yeah, this is the one that we did on stream that had the butterfly napkins. You want the green one? All right, this is going to Ange. Ange, do I have your new address? I'm not sure if I do since you've moved. Let me look, but I don't think I do. It's been so long since is it a P.O. box? I do have a P.O. box for you. Congrats, Ange. In Maldra, let me look. Nope. I need, you need to send me your new address, Ange. And that's got the world map on it. I know, and now you're going, well, I want the butterfly one. Me. Okay, the next person gets the second set. If I had an extra butterfly, I'd stick it in, but I don't. Okay, so I'm going to type in go this time. Hi, Carol. We're going to do 1 through 50 again. First person closest without going over. One number only. That's the rules, okay? And I'll type in go. Put your numbers in and you can win the second set. And this is my set. And then they will be out of here and I'll be happy they're out of here. One more little mess. Gone. Hey, Joycey, just saw your name go by. And Mary Rapp, I hadn't said hi to you. Sharon, I missed a lot of you guys. Lisa, put your number in. Did Eileen put hers in? She's the one who's been saying, okay, I was going to say, she's the one who's been saying she wants one. Oh, you just came in for the good timing, Joycey. Oh, 1 in 50, Gail. So there will be duplicate numbers. Just put your number in. Your chances are the same regardless, statistically. You like the Focus, you freak? Hi, Muggsy. I made those for these stupid cameras, and it's got a BRB on the back. Focus, you freak. Helps the camera a little bit. All right. So everybody got their number in? I'm going to type in stop, stop, stop. Okay. Here's random.org generating 24. So let's go back and see who's closest to 24. First one without going over. Terry, you were over. Dorothy is 23. Let's see if we've got a 24 right on. Dorothy, you always win at my streams. What the hell is that? Looks like Dorothy. Does everybody agree with me? It's Dorothy. Okay, got one. Okay, Dorothy. I will get these off in the mail. I'm thinking I might go tomorrow. I've got some other stuff I got to mail out. Dorothy is so lucky at my streams, I swear. I send more to Dorothy than I think any other person of all the fibs. Dorothy wins more at my stream than anybody. And maybe someday I'll make another set. Hell, you never know. But those will go out tomorrow. You'll pay the postage. No need, Dorothy. It's all good. But you are lucky at my streams, right, Dorothy? Thanks, Judy. Okay, and then the only thing I've gotten this week, I think, that I haven't shown you guys is this Painting Abstracts book, which I like abstracts, and I love I'm glad you're excited, Ange. And I love like Patty Tully Parrish abstracts. Do you have this book, Eileen? And so I was looking the other day, and honestly, I thought I took it out of my cart, but I must not have, because it showed up the other day. Yes, of course she has it. You're welcome, Dorothy. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm not much of an abstract person, but I think it would help me to be more abstract, you know, because if you've been here for long, you know, I love me a good ruler. I like straight lines, and I think it actually would help me overall in my artistic pursuit if I could maybe do some abstract. Just do things for no other reason than to do them, you know? And Eileen's saying nothing beats abstract. So I went ahead and I got the book. It showed up. I honestly thought I took it out of my cart. I really did. So I'll just go through it real quick to show you guys. And I know abstract isn't just throwing stuff on the paper, that it will loosen me up. That's what I need, CB. That's honestly, I do believe that. But it isn't just throwing stuff at the paper. It does have to be balanced. You have to have a good mixture of color. You know, there's more to it than just throwing stuff at the page. And I get that. Hi, Karen. So I'll flip through so you guys can see it. I'm going to read it before I even attempt an abstract, I think, because it appeals to me. I like abstract. I'm a little afraid of it, I guess. Like, I love that. I mean, I would love that huge up on my wall. I think that's gorgeous. I think it's balanced well. I like the colors. I like the texture. I like everything about it. And some I like more than others. I think a lot of it has to do with colors, you know. I like that abstract background. Don't put any damn stickers on them. You won't have to worry about that, Eileen. I'm not going to put any damn stickers on them. God, she's a crabby old wench. I love that one. And I know it's pink, Eileen, but I like just the flow of the colors and everything. This looks like a cloudy sky to me. Very abstract, cloudy sky. This looks like a mother and a baby to me. You know, you can pick stuff out of abstracts. And I can't do anything about the glare. Maybe if I tilt the book a little bit. But the glare is the glare. Hi, Sandy. Because she's bugging me about stickers, Joycey, is why she said that, because I love stickers. Okay, let's see. I paid $1.81 for this book, and then $3.99 shipping. I love the blues and the greens. This I like a lot with the white. And I like that it looks like it's watercolor. Let's see, working in water with salt or ink. Okay, yeah. See, I love this with the salt. Maybe I should try one today. Maybe that's why that was there, is because when I looked at that, I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. That would be fun. Got to go. Okay, Ian, have a great afternoon. Yeah, good deal on the book, $1.81. When you go to Amazon, always look at the used books. There's usually, especially if it's an older book, because this book came out, how old is Eileen? Okay, it's been reprinted twice. So it's copyright 2009. So it's a 10-year-old book, reprinted multiple times. No book's that old. I love that, even though it's just like colorful. I wouldn't hang it on the wall, but I do love the mixture of colors. This one's cool. Now this one I love too, with the textures, the corrugate and everything. And most of these in this book, to be honest, are acrylic. So there's very few watercolors in here, but I like the inclusion of corrugate and fibers and gauze. Yeah, I love all that. So I'm thinking abstract could, which one? The one with the corrugate? This one here. That's Moose Poop Brown, Eileen. Look at JC and Sandy are saying hi. But this blue and yellow one with the corrugate, love it. This is my colors. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Yeah, I love that. And I know it's more than just throwing it on the page. I do know that. And maybe if I got a little bit freer in my art, I would use colors that I'm not necessarily really comfortable with. So I love this one. You can tell I like the muted. This one up here is gorgeous. Now that one kind of reminds me of a skull, but the colors are still amazing. A lot of depth in there. I don't know if they use gesso or what. Here's another one. I bookmarked this one. I like this one a lot. I like the colors. I like the layout. It kind of reminds you of plants, but it's so abstract, you know. I like this one a lot. Really like this one. So I don't know. Should I try one of those today, Eileen, or should I go ahead and work on my cover for my... Yeah, it does look like stained glass. Cover for my Inktober. Stained glass plants. I like this one. Now this one, it looks to me to be a resist, and I'm almost sure it is. Doesn't that look like a crayon resist or something to you guys? Try one? Maybe a crayon resist would be fun. Because if I use black, then it really would look like stained glass. Try one on the cover. Well, I know what I want on my cover, because it's going to be, my theme this year for Inktober is going to be vintage seed packets, and the closer it gets, the more intimidated I'm feeling. But I really want to do it. Oh, that one's pretty. All right, did I do a bookmark on that one? This is the one. I need a bookmark here. I'm not a red person, so I'm not like, do a resist. Okay, let's try one with a resist. What the hell? We got nothing better to do. We'll do it kind of like a Zentangle. Oh, I love that one. Blues and browns again. All right, we'll try them, and I'll do one with a black resist and one with a white resist. So there you go. And this is my first abstract book. But I watch Patty Tully Parrish, and I love when she does her abstract watercolors. It's just like, oh, those are so cool. So that was my $1.81 purchase. And I'm thinking about going to Joplin tomorrow. All right, let me get a couple pieces of... I'll work on the bee paper, because it's inexpensive, but for my purposes, I think it works great. It's 6x9, I'm pretty sure. It's made by the Bee Watercolor paper, or the Bee Paper Company. 140 pound, and you can get this really cheap. So if you're just playing with watercolors, I think the quality and everything of this is not bad at all. So and we'll use, I guess for the resist, you could use like candle wax or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and use just a Crayola crayon. because they're waxy. And I have a set right here. I have lots of sets of Crayola crayons. Elaine, I wonder if Mary's Crayolas are still over there at her house. Mary had a set of Crayolas, like she was ever going to use them or something. All right. And Dot, you don't need to send me your address. I have it. I'm going to open up the book here on my computer just so I'm not going to copy it. I'm just going to keep it there to remind myself what I'm doing. A white crayon? Yeah, I have a white crayon. And I want to do one with black because the white, oops. The reasons a lot of my colors don't have their labels on them is because I used the labels in a piece of art one time, a long time ago. I don't remember. I think it was on stream, so you guys would have seen it. All right, this looks black to me. But I think you guys were there where I cut up. Oh, I know what it was for. It was for the scavenger hunt is why I took all the crayon labels off. So now I have crayon wax everywhere. So don't do this to your Crayolas. They sure do smell good, though. And they never lose their yummy smell. That's the cool thing about Crayolas. They always smell good. All right. You bought a whole box of just white crayons? Oh, my God, you are a hoarder. Yeah, I know she had the coloring book over there, too. But I wonder if what Jan ever did with them. All right. Clean off we'll do a white one first. I'm just going to scribble, Eileen, like I did the other day. I have to keep this somewhere close, so. Yeah, I'm going to scribble. Clean off your crayons, so if you have other colors on there. All right. Okay, don't know what it's going to come out like. We're just going to start adding watercolor now. All right, let's pick some cool watercolors. I'll go ahead and use my, let's see, this is upside down. At the top up here, these are Daniel Smith. At the bottom down here are M. Grams. So I should have a tray around here somewhere that I can use. I have a ton of watercolor trays. Look at this. This is ridiculous. And I never wash them out. It's just more and more and more watercolors. Actually, I think I'll use the plate today so they can mix if they want. All right. Do we want to use blue? Can't remember the last time you used Crayolas as a resist. Well, you could also use brisket, candle wax, anything like that. So let's do kind of like this one, a tan, blue and green. All right, she's saying blue and green. We're going to let her have her way. I like blue and green. Blue and green and purple are always good. So here's the swatch sheet for this. I think we're going to use Prussian blue. That's a nice blue. Maybe the permanent green pale. And the ultraviolet deep, maybe. Wow, that palette is amazeballs. I know. Oh, this one? My wooden box one? I know, I'm so lucky, 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 lucky. I have a bunch of these little wooden ones now. Did I show you guys the little ones that I made for the Renaissance and the new watercolors that Cooey brought me? Look at this. They don't get used that much, but they are so freaking adorable sitting here. I don't give a rat's butt. Look at. Is that not awesome? And then they can just sit on my shelf and look so pretty and remind me every day how often I don't use them. That's a frustration of mine too, is that I have so much cool stuff that I don't use often enough. I made it, Danny. On one of my streams, I show how I made the palette. It, honest to God, is balsa wood mounted on a piece of really thick cardstock. So walk into Hobby Lobby, run back to, this is what you do, run back to the balsa wood section and pick some up, and then watch my video about how to make a wooden palette such as this. All right, so Prussian blue is what we're going to do, right? Prussian blue, so, which is this one. Let me get a bigger brush to put the water in. Did I say hi, Dee Dee? I saw you come in. And then, oh no, that one still has its sizing on it, so I'm going to leave that one. No, this one's good. Is Denise still there, Dee Dee? She didn't already leave, did she? That would be wrong. I'll show you the wooden box that it fits into. Getting the blue off the paintbrush. All right, we're using the Prussian blue, the light sap green, and I'll go ahead and water down the purple too, because we might want to add it later. All right, they're watered down now. Oh, so she came down for like less than an hour. That is why I'm happy to get those cards to use your stuffs. Yep. And I can't say that I blame you. Gotta use your stuff. So now that I've got them watered down, I'll go ahead and take some out. Put them here on the plate. And I think, which is not normal for me, I'm going to use a couple of different brushes. So I can just, if I'm going to limit my palette, I might as well have the brushes so I'm not forever cleaning them, right? Seems to make sense to me. And the purple I'll decide later. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wet my entire paper, but you know what I should do? I should glue it down. Otherwise it's going to warp. Glue it down, tape it down. You knew it. All right, here we go. This will only take a second. Today I'm just going to do an abstract, Dee Dee. I showed my Inktobers for the previous 3 years. I started in 2015, but I didn't do very many that first year. it wasn't until 2016 that I did the everyday. Vicky, are you making fun of my OCD because I have to get that square on there? I know. It sucks being me. If she gets out a ruler, I'll cry. You guys can make fun of me all you want. You scrubbed through them? Okay. Yeah, so it's only been 3 years where I've really committed to daily and been successful. And this year, I hope. The problem is, I think the kids are planning on coming in October. And if the kids come, boy, that's going to make getting a drawing a day done really hard. I'm so glad, Christine. Somebody needs to be on my side because all the rest of these wenches will just make fun of me. Hi, Holly. All right. That didn't take too long, and I didn't get too crazy about the straightness. Why do something if you're going to do it all crooked? That's what I don't get. Might as well just do it right to begin with. I'm on Eileen's side. Y'all suck. That's all I got to say. I thought you were my friends. All right, we're going to water down the whole page right now with our Mamba Jamba 1-inch flat silver black velvet brush, which is amazing. Okay, I can see a little bit of where the crayon is, so the resist is working. Now, the one thing about the bee paper is it's not 100% cotton, so it doesn't stay wet as long as a cotton fiber paper would. So we won't get exactly the same results. But should I get out the salt so I could... All right, should I try? Oh, see, now I'm getting nervous. It's like, should I try and stay inside or not? Or should I just, all right, I'm just going to do the paints. We're just going to do it and see. Hopefully we'll see where the resist is. Oh, I can see it. I'm kind of wanting to get the salt and the gauze out. I should be using a bigger brush too, I think. Oh, my blue just ran into my green. That don't be as good. Salt, gauze, and some corrugate. All right, the salt, I know exactly where it is. I have to think about the gauze, and I need to get out some more clean color because they got smushed up, but that's okay. There we go. There's some nice blue color. You can hear music. There's no music going on here. It's got to be at your house, Dorothy, because there is no music going on here. Oh, sorry. I actually pulled it toward me. Is that better? Sorry. Now it's crooked as all get out. Can you see the resist, Eileen? I'm trying to get a lot of water because that's the only way the salt really, really works. Oh, it's online. Oh, that's weird. All right, let me see. Well, this is still wet. That list looks like a big fat freaking mess. I hope I put the corrugate. Oh, I did put some gauze with the salt. Yay. Corrugate, I'd have to go tear up a box. But we can do that because we have Amazon deliveries. Okay, I'm using Great Big ice cream making salt, but I'm not going to put it on. I'm going to spray this real quick. Get a little bit wetter. And even taped, you can see how the paper has warped a little bit. Where's the green? Here we go. I'm going to add some more green down here. I was supposed to paint it in the shapes. Well, hell, I'll do that with the black one, Eileen, because I couldn't see those shapes. We can go back over after it dries. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and then I can go back in. Let me put some gauze on here. And all this is medical gauze. You know, if you get those gauze patches, I have tons of them from when my mother was sick. So I just tore some of them up. And they're really cool because they sop up the water and the pigment, and you'll get some uber cool designs. I'm sure if you've done much watercolor, you've seen it. If you get crap on your fingers, take it off. Look at her, she's yelling at me. This was your idea. Hashtag it's all Eileen's fault. I need a new hashtag. One that says hashtag it's always. Or it's always been Eileen's fault. Now we'll let that sit aside and dry for a minute. And we'll do one with the black resist. Only I want more salt down here. Now what I'm going to do with this, I don't have a flipping clue. So don't ask me questions like that. What are you going to do with it when you're done with it? Hell, I don't know. And you scribbled here. Remember, Eileen, I'm just trying to loosen up. Remember? Now, I don't have another drawing board. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I do. All right, we're going to set this one aside, and hopefully that salt and gauze and everything will work, and then we'll come back because I can see the resist. Ask your granddaughter. She is silly Eileen now. Let me see if I have another board somewhere. I thought I did. I don't know if I do or not. Look at here. Here's a backup board. This one I drew on accidentally. Doesn't matter. We're going to do a one with a black crayon this time. Are we using the same colors? I think with the black, it's going to look more like stained glass. And then if I want to paint in the shapes, I can. But on the white, I couldn't see that. Do bigger shapes to fill in with color. Okay. I will attempt to do that, Eileen. Or should I do it more like that one that looked like a plant, you know, where my scribbles are more intentional, right? Whatever. I should have looked before I came on, Eileen, to see when my journal's coming. I haven't checked my email in, well, since the 7th of the month, because I paid the bills on the 7th. That was the last time I opened my emails. So if you email me, know that I don't check my email regularly. I'm not a fan of email or Facebook. You can always find me on Twitter, though. I do check Twitter daily. All right, this one then let's do this way. And I use the black crayon. Let me find that other one that I thought was really cool looking. Okay, this one. Now they used a blue. We're going to use black. All right, and one thing they did that was really cool, let me show that what I'm looking at. One thing I like about this is they did the lines around it as well and left them white. Now that I like very much. I like that very, very much. So we're going to maybe try that. And then the resist should keep the water inside the spaces, right? And this is water trying to fill in the shapes. I mean, the little hills and valleys, right? Oops. It even smells like when you were a kid drawing, it even smells that good. Now the in-between spaces, I'm going to leave white. don't really want to brush that because the black crayon will definitely leave marks. I don't know if this is going to look like plant or not. Oh, I just brushed it. I didn't want to do that. Get out of your brush. All right. Oops, broken crayon. Now I have to buy a whole new set. If you break a crayon, you must buy a new set. Duh. Okay. All right, there, we've got a design that we're going to work with. I just found something I've been looking for. All right, I wish I didn't have that burger right there, but I do. Spoken like a true crayon junkie, for real. All right, we're going to use the blue and the green and the yellow. We're going to introduce some additional colors, so maybe I should get out one of those other colors so they don't run into each other. Try not to put stuff on top of the painting that's sitting here drying. Okay, we'll start with the lightest color, yellow, first. I'm having to move stuff around here. All right. We want a creamy yellow, right? I think we do. Ooh, it's got some green in it. Let's clean it out. Do you like that design? We'll see how it comes out. I don't know. I'm going to get my palette ready first. I may not use any salt or anything on this, though, so she has used a little bit of an orangish, kind of reddish orange. Not much, so we'll just put a little bit. And then primarily blues and greens. I like that Prussian blue. We'll use it again. Only I'll water it down some. Okay. And I think that permanent light green. I think that's what I called it. What's it called? Permanent green pale is one of my favorite color greens. So let me add some clean water here. Just deciding if I want to put that out just in case. And then this one. Okay. I like that phthalo green though too. I'm looking for a darker green. Either just the permanent green or the phthalo green blue. I think the phthalo green blue. I need to order that in the grams. I haven't ordered watercolors in forever. So if I ordered a tube, it would be okay. This would look better with acrylics, you think? I've never ever really painted with acrylics much. My mother did. My mother was really a good acrylic painter. She took a lot of classes and but yeah, I've never, other than doing craft projects and stuff like that and inheriting all my mother's acrylic paints, I've never been much of an acrylic paint person. Look at, I'm getting my colors all together, Eileen. Geez, you can't just not have a plan. You have to have a plan. Look at what painting fast she is. Who can order? Well, that's the problem, Vicki. You can't just order one tube. All right. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and get the whole thing, and I contaminated my water, so I'm going to go get brand new clean water. Yeah, you can't order one. Generally, when I order, it's 6 or more. But it's a fun day when they come. Oh. All right, wet down the whole thing. I do like wet on wet. Because you just don't know what the water's going to do. So I do like that. Hi, Jilly. You're just in time to hear Eileen bitch at me. Doing what she does best. Just got blue in my orange, Eileen. That's your fault. That's okay. Let me make sure my brush is really clean. It's not. Are those acorns I'm hearing falling? Oh, I hope the acorns aren't falling already. I'm having a hard time getting this brush clean. All right, that's better. All right, here we go. Put some yellow up in there. Some yellow down in here. Oh, it's getting in the white. My bad, maybe. It's all right. Too late. Can't pick it up. I was hoping that Crayola would keep it, but I think because the paper has so much texture, it's going to go in there anyway. But after it dries, I can go back in and paint over it, so no worries. This is a mess. Yeah, it's not resisting at all. So, and I don't have a black candle, so I can't, I don't know if say a black candle would work better than say the black crayon. Because yeah, it's not resisting really at all. But I think it's the texture of the paper. No reason to stay in the lines. Well, that's what she wanted me to do. CB, I'm just trying to keep her happy. It's all I can do. Just keeping her happy. And I did want it to look something like that. So what the hell? Hang on. I got to see what that noise is outside. It's just some. Oh, it's Robert. Okay, never mind. I didn't even think he'd gone out yet. Yep. Is that UPS truck? I would be happy if it was. Jean would love this the way it's dripping. Yeah, Jean would definitely love this. Not. Jean's a wee bit like me, I think. She likes things the way she likes them. Yeah, I don't think you're going to change Jean. Just saying. Let me see if I can get some of this red. This is hard for me. You have no clue how hard this is for me. I'm going to leave some of the white for sure. Yeah, this is ugly. You use embossing ink as a resist. I actually have some embossing ink pens, Eileen. I wonder what that would be like. I haven't thought about those in forever. And I actually know right where they're at, believe it or not. And I haven't used them in years. But they would be perfect for something like this, actually. It's a little bit better since the paper's drying up a little bit. I want another yellow and orange, so. I think we let the ink dry before we added colors. Yeah, the embossing ink, you can dry it with a heat gun. I mean, just like it's designed to be used, right? I'm going to have to clean this real good and get some decent yellow. Ooh, that got muddy and dirty. It's interesting. Anyway, I'm liking the yellow parts a lot. Thanks, Dee Dee. I'm not sure I'm loving it, but I'm going with it, so what the hell? When you're doing something like this, it's so easy to contaminate your paints, for real. So that's why I'm occasionally taking them out of the tray. I think it might be UPS guy. It is. I knew you were coming.
How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, this just needs work.
Just need work done?
Yeah, I think tomorrow you're bringing me a really fun one though.
All right.
So I'll give you 2 hugs. Okay, bye. Oh, it's not the fun one. He's sweaty though. Yeah, he's a sweaty boy. He is so freaking adorable. Hi, Tanya. I know, CB, it's not at all what I'm used to. You heard me and the UPS guy? Robert, he leaves me and then he goes out and talks to Robert. He is absolutely adorable. Okay, I'm just going to pick up. I'm wondering, I actually do kind of like the colors. I need some more orange up in the top. The paper's starting to dry out, so I'm not seeing as much spread, which is fine. Yeah, I'm liking the orange here and there too, Karen. It's probably the only thing saving it. That and the blue. I need some more blue in here. Orange and blue, Bronco colors. I think the Broncos won this weekend. Does anybody know? My TV was not on. Like, I don't think my TV's been on since last Friday. That's crazy, huh? Well, I'm lying. It was on. I did watch Netflix last night for a few minutes. But, yeah. Oh, and I started that book that I showed you guys, The Door, or the House of Leaves. I started that a couple nights ago. That is a weird book. You think they lost? They lost in the last second. Are you kidding, Danny? Dee Dee, it's honestly, I told Jill, I think, like I have always felt like I was a fairly smart person, and this book has me questioning my intellectual ability. How is that? It's I can't even say if it's good, if it's bad. I can't say anything about it. I really can't. Because right now it's, if you ever read S, did any of you read S, that book? Oh, Dee Dee, you have the book. I don't know if you've read it though. And Paula has it. I don't know if she read it. But there were points in that book where you literally questioned, I don't want to say your sanity. I mean, your sanity is intact, but how do I want to put it? Your ability to retain thought. Maybe that's it. Like at some point you just go, what am I missing? What did I miss? There's got to be something more here. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think I'm going to end up having to read it twice. You haven't finished it yet? Yeah. S is it's a long, hard book to get through. And I think this one's going to be the same way. I think it's going to take me a long time to get through it. And hopefully I won't feel crazy when I'm done. That's about as good as I can do with this book, because right now I'm just going, what am I missing? I'm missing something. And I'm sure that's by design, because it is a lot of layers. It's called House of Leaves, Eileen. And yeah, I'm probably 3 paragraphs in. I don't know. Yeah, probably 3 or 4. And last night I finally just gave up, partly because I was tired and I thought, oh, you're too tired to be reading this. So it may be a book that I'm not going to be able to read at night when I'm tired, because you've got to be on your toes to read this book. I really do. And late at night, I'm not so much on my toes. So, yeah. I got some clean yellow because I'm thinking I can actually see this a little bit better on the screen than I can right here in front of me. All right, should I add some salt or anything to this? It's actually pretty dry. Has anybody read House of Leaves? There's a movie based on the book. Oh, really? Where can I see it, Eileen? All right, mine doesn't look anything like theirs, you guys. Not even close. I want some more darker blue, though. So I'm going to wet this again and add some darker blue in here. Where can I see the movie? That would be cheating. I think I'm like Dee Dee. I'd rather read the book first so I don't get any preconceived ideas, because I am getting a real good sense of character development. And that's one of the things I really love about a good book is character development. And so I am getting a good sense for the two, what I think are the main characters. And I've got pictures in my mind. Hey, babe. All right, I'm liking that darker blue a little bit, and I want some of that green up in here. So I'm going to wet this again. Oh, I got to get it. I used it all. So I don't know. I have to say, it's just right now, I just feel like so weird. There are some funny things in it, though. All right. Yeah, I like that dark. I always forget with watercolors, it dries a lot lighter than it looks when you're painting it. So I'm not sure I'm loving this, though. Cat hair. Cat hairs don't cost extra. This is nothing like the one. I'll show you the one that I was kind of basing this off of. Kind of just weird abstract art. Yikes. I'm going to let it dry and then see if I need to go back. I'm glad I have 2 boards, so I can set this one aside now, and we're going to pull the other one back and see. Because it should be dry enough now that the salt and stuff would have worked. not, maybe it wasn't wet enough. I mean, I can see some of the effects of the salt. Maybe I should leave it a little bit longer. Should I pull the gauze off and see what we got from it? Now the gauze, I love the marks that the gauze leaves. Love it. And I might put the blue back on top of the green. This is just weird. Can you guys see the resist on this at all? I can see it a little bit, but it definitely did not. And I'm wondering, should I try a different kind of paper? I think the resist, oh, I'll save the gauze for sure. I think the resist would work on a hot press paper, but the problem with a hot press paper is it doesn't absorb the water like a cold press paper. So the resist was not so noticeable. I mean, I can see it a few little places, but yeah, the resist I think was I don't know. It was a failure, I think. I'm wondering if I should, yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Eileen. Should I get out another piece of paper and try the embossing ink? Let me go get those embossing pens and see if they work. I hope these still work. These are literally years and years and years old. The Marvy Wet Look embossing markers. Did anybody have these? Eileen, I bet you had these. I don't have another board to tape to, so we'll give it a go. What the hell? We don't care. We got paper. We got stuff. We're using it, man. 100 years ago. Yeah, see, I've had these. I know these are 20 years old, and I haven't used them, so I don't know if they will still even write. I mean, they haven't had their lids off, so I don't know why they wouldn't. This one didn't have its lid on good, so that one probably is toast. I might have let the kids play with these. I don't know. Let me get a piece of paper and see before I go direct to the watercolor paper. Look at Eileen. I don't know how long you've got before you, I've got to get the embossed. They're not staying wet long enough is the problem. Yeah, the white one is toast. The lid wasn't on it, which makes me think I probably let the kids play with them, but they're not staying wet. Oh, wait. Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's not great, but it is working. Still got some juice in it. Can you believe that? But it's not staying wet long enough to, the black's not, to get the embossing powder on it. We can try it, but I don't think it's going to work. Oh, wow. That embossing, I think that's clear. Yeah, this is clear. So let's just do a little experiment and see. All right, hang on. My heat gun cord is around the leg of my chair. There we go. That works. Let's give it a go. I can't believe that. Cannot believe it. It worked. I can't believe it. That is too funny. There you go. Marvi Yoshida makes some great product. Look at that. No powder, just the ink as a resist. Oh, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, that's going to smear, Eileen. You almost have to do the embossing powders on top of it. I'm thinking. We'll try. I'll just heat the ink and see. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's not going to work. Not going to work. Yeah, see, I actually don't mind it running. I mean, it makes it look really cool, but it's not acting like a resist. Now, the embossing powder, it definitely acts like a resist. For sure. But the ink, that I kind of like that. And actually, I ordered pens, Dee Dee, and they should be here tomorrow too. I originally got these. This is a blue-black Pentel Energel that Amy sent down for me. And it's a 5 millimeter nib. And this is the nicest pen. So I went ahead and ordered some refills for this. But the nice thing about these pens, now this is too soon to be doing it, but after it sits for a few hours, it's almost totally permanent. It's awesome. But even when it runs, the blue-black looks so cool. It's like, oh, I like that a lot. And this had a little bit of green in it. But those Marvi Energels, they are almost 100% permanent. And you can get them in 05. Well, I actually ordered some 03, but I think they have to come from Japan. Will a Posca pen resist watercolor? Well, I don't know why it wouldn't, because it's acrylic ink or acrylic paint. So I would think a Posca would. We've got one right here at our fingertips, so we can try it. But it's hard to find like a ballpoint pen like this that's permanent. They all run at some point or another. Oops. Let me shake this. I need a new white Posca, I think. This is about the only one I use on any regular basis. Because acrylic paint will, to some extent, resist water. We'll see. I'll dry this. You know what? This was going to be a nice, clean day, and now Eileen has everything in my house out. She does this on purpose. I know she does. All right. There's more colors, so let me get the red. Probably the best of maybe anything we've tried, Eileen. No, the best is going to be that embossing powder on the embossing ink. Let's see. Actually, the one that I'm doing, this one, I don't think it is a resist at all, Eileen. On this one, she says the theme is just playing with line, shape, and size as a focus intensifier. Picture elements, line, shape, color, size, harmony, blah, 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 composition, materials, paper, felt pen, watercolor paint. So this one she wasn't even doing as a resist. And the other one I'm going to have to look here in a minute, but I'm going to try and... Nope, it didn't work well, Eileen. I mean, you can see the white underneath, but no, it didn't work well. On this one that had the resist, it just says oil pastel crayon. Oh, wait a minute. I have old oil pastels. I mean, we're talking really old. These are going to crack your ass up when I show you this. We'll try that too while we're here. So then we'll have a bunch of resist techniques. Where are they? There they are. I think these are oil pastels. I'm sure they are. Not waxy, resist breaking. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have oil pastels. I thought crayons were oil pastels. We're going to try it anyway. But this is what's funny. Look at what I paid for them. 79 cents. That's how long I've had these. All right, let's try yellow. I have to clean off the end. These should be waxy, I would think. They sure are creamy, I will say that. And they will, I'm sure they're going to resist the water. All right, we're going to do the blue over the yellow. Oh, yeah, we're talking resist now, baby. So now I know, use the crayons. And you can still get crayons. And that was a pretty, that was a lot of pigment. So it's not going to resist it 100%, but it did bubble up on there. So I don't know. Probably the best one was the embossing. Yeah, this is the clear embossing powder on the black ink CB. That is clear right there. It turned the black embossing ink into a shiny gray, like a wet look kind of gray. So I should write on here which is which. This was the Posca. This is Craypaw. This was embossing marker. clear powder. And then the embossing marker didn't work at all. So it would take time. Oh yeah, the watercolor mask, the Frisket. Yeah, it would definitely work. But you got to paint it on, wait for it to dry. And the thing about the Frisket, and maybe you can get a Frisket pen. I don't know. I don't have one. It's hard to get a nice smooth line. Your embossing pens are black. I have a ton of different colors of these. This isn't the only box I have. I have more than this. And let's see if I even remember how to work them right. Add shiny vibrant raised color to greeting cards, bookmarks, blah, 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 blah. Apply marker to paper for best results. Use glossy coated papers. Well, we're starting off wrong to begin with. Yeah, then pour on your embossing powders and then heat with an embossing tool. I think these are just designed to stay wet longer, but they're intended to be used with embossing powders. I'm almost sure. It says on the box. So we've got red, silver, blue. Let's see. Let's use clear again. See what it does to the blue ink. But yeah, this probably worked the best of all of them, was the embossing powders. And these embossing powders are old as hell too. I haven't embossed a card or a stamp in forever. But it's some of those supplies that you probably should get rid of, but you just don't because you own them. You have the Ragers embossing pen. The white one isn't any good, CB. Okay, it's finally going to work. Okay. And it works exactly like embossing that you would do on a stamp, right? You're taking a watercolor class, Karen. Good for you. I think the Votech up here offers one. I probably ought to look into it and see. I think it would be fun. I really do. Yeah, the embossing ink definitely acts as a resist. And keeps its color. So, I mean, that would be fun to try. But yeah, you can see that definitely resists the watercolor. It's the only true thing that I've done. The now I have that embossing crap everywhere. The white crayon, I mean, it would have worked okay. I'm almost certain, except that I'm just going to use the back here. This is going to work okay. I think the problem was you've got to really press hard to get it down into the, oh, I should have used the white. But anyway, to get it down into the peaks and valleys of the watercolor paper. We'll see when I lift this excess up. And this is not watercolor paper, so, you know, I can get it where it won't go outside. Well, it did right there, though, so maybe I'm a big fat liar. You just finished a 2-day watercolor workshop. What'd you learn? You guys tell me what you learned. I just had buffering for a sec. So, yeah, I hope you guys aren't having buffering. I'm going to pull out those pages that I've just been working on. This one should be kind of dry now. And it looks like an absolute utter mess to me. But it's fun playing. Look at this mess. Eileen, you do it every time. I swear to God, every time. I learned I have a lot to learn. There you go, Karen. That's what I'd be afraid of. I have a lot to learn. I know I do, though. But I'm not afraid to try it. You know, like when I'm sitting here by myself, I'm not afraid to dig in and start a picture. I still haven't finished my strawberry jam one. That I started, what, 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks? Probably 2 weeks. But I was having fun sitting here just playing by my own self. And I got about that much done. So, but I'm willing to try anything, you know. I like the way my lemon is turning out, and I like my jar. I'm really happy with both of those. And then I have to do detail on the strawberries. But yeah, I like sitting here painting by myself when I don't have to worry about you guys and how it's coming out or, you know, anything like that, because I do want it to be entertaining. Hey, do you still have the craft paints we got at Wally World like Dee Dee uses? Do you still have the craft paints? Well, I probably do because I don't use stuff up and I don't throw stuff away. Try that paint on the abstract with the shapes. Are you just talking about craft? Just like acrylic craft paint, Eileen? Or Elaine? Jesus, this is too hard. It's a 3-hour class, but tiring. It's fun, and I'll try anything. Yeah, I think it would be fun to have somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. I'm not sure what the hell to try on this one now, for real. And I don't have any paper towel here. There we go. Janet Lots, atmospheric, landscape, rock techniques, tree techniques, painting snow. You're tired. Now, see, I think all of that would be really, really fun. The thing that would be hard for me is, okay, say you learn painting snow, you know, because that's got to be just where to paint the shadows. You could transfer that to probably clouds, you know. Thanks, Ange. But I think a lot of that is just learning how to transfer it to other things, you know, and I think you just have to sit and do it. Not sure what I want to do with this right now. Let's look at the book again. This can get put away. I'm actually putting some stuff away today as I go, so when I'm done, I'm not feeling absolutely overwhelmed. All right, let's look at the book. See what she says about her bad self. I do want to find something like this one I want to do, but I would definitely want that white resist. Let me see what she says about. Yeah, she's using an oil pastel crayon on that. All right. Okay, she said use watercolor paint or thinned acrylic paint, paper or card. Acrylic paint isn't going to work like watercolor, though. It's just not. I don't care how much you water it down. It's not going to behave the same. Did I lose my place? Looking, looking, looking. There it is. I mean, I guess if I'm honest, this kind of looks a mess too. And she doesn't have a huge amount of watercolors in here, really. It depends on the substrate you use it on and the quality of the acrylic paint. Okay, well, that makes sense, Sathya. And like this one, this is acrylic paint, and she's painting with a palette knife, which I like that technique. I've seen that before. Watercolor, you're never going to be able to do that. I just picked these because they were watercolor. So now I'm just figuring out. I would like this, I think, a lot better, but I'm not going to alter it. I was going to say, if I went ahead with some acrylic paint now and went in and made these spaces that I wanted white, I think I would like it better. So I'm wondering if I should try it down in the corner and just decide. Because this is dry now. For the most part, it's dry. I could do anything I want on it now. Let me pick out the things I really like. I like up here where the yellow and the green have kind of mixed. I like this leaf a lot. And this actually did resist along here for the most part. I'm just looking what I can learn from this. This didn't resist at all, but I'm not sure what I could do to change that. Personally like the organic nature of it, the way things have bled and spread. Won't it lift the watercolor if you paint with white acrylic? Yes. Yeah. I would have to go out and spray it with a fixative probably. What if she used on the corrugate one? Well, the corrugate, let's see, I'd have to use, let me see. Let me find one of those corrugate ones. Eileen, you could get your own book out and read for your own self, you know. Okay, here's the corrugate one. She used white corrugate. I won't have any white corrugate. I would have to paint mine white. Let's see. Materials. She was working on an MDF panel, corrugate cardboard, gesso, acrylic paint, and a brush on this one. But my corrugate is going to be off a box, right? I am a smartass today because I haven't had enough caffeine. This one I love that just has the, let's see what she did on that one. Painting canvas, acrylic paint, glue brush, cardboard, dressing gauze, jute, string, lumps of plastic graphite. Oh man, she's just dumped her trash on that one. That's acrylic. Now see this one with the squares, I like it. And I really like that one I did. What was it? Was that in the Jane Davenport book? Now I wouldn't mind doing another one like this. I like this a lot, which is kind of abstract, but it's got straight lines. So that's why it's appealing to me. But I like the colors and I like everything about it. I need to work in this book more too. Because see, this is magicals in this book. I love this paper. Oh, I love this paper. But yeah, I like that. So let me see. That reminds me of that. And this was stiff drawing paper and colored pencils. I thought there was another corrugate one back here that I'm looking for. Now, see, this one might be fun too. This actually, I think, Lane's here. Let's see, materials. This is a acrylic paint with a roller. Straight lines are boring. I know you think that. But look at, I go outside the line sometimes. I don't know where that other corrugate one is. I have to find it. I do love that one though. But I don't want, okay, there's another one with corrugate. So I don't know where she got the white corrugate. I'm sure they make it. I'm sure you could buy it maybe in an art store or something.
Pelican.
Are you guys doing church?
Yeah.
There's another resist. There's some strange crap that goes on around here, right? Somebody opens the door and yells pelican at you. I don't know what to say. All right, I'm just going to be okay with it. I'm going to make myself sit on it. Yeah, I know I could paint it white. Now this one, what canvas or acrylic? Let's see, line pouring, blending, and rocking techniques. But what are the materials? Canvas or acrylic paper, acrylic paint, brush, gesso, or gel. Well, gesso, it wouldn't act like a resist, but the paint acts totally different on gesso than it does on paper. God, I got something hanging off my face. Hang on. I don't know. Have you guys ever had that where you can see something out of the corner of your eye? All right, never mind. The gel would work. The gel. Which gel are you talking about, Eileen? Acrylic gel? Well, I think any acrylic is going to, it's not going to act as a total resist. It's going to behave differently, but it's not going to act like a total resist of not accepting any of the color. Let me see, I can get a piece of paper and do this easier. If I wasn't on stream, I would just let this sit. I would not go ahead and take these off. But since I'm on stream and I don't want you guys waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off so you can see the results of the resist or the salt technique. I love this salt technique. But now you can't really see. I'm wondering if well, yes, you can. I'm just looking in the wrong place. It's upside down to me. Well, no, it wouldn't. I was just wondering if I went ahead and re-wet this and put the gauze back on. Excuse me. What the hell? Let's try it. I was just going to say if it would either transfer like the green back on or take more of the blue off, because I've never done it multiple times. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And I'm not going to start another one now because it's 2:30. But I think I will. I got to figure out what the hell is this thing in my face. It's making me crazy. Okay, I got it. The thick acrylic gel medium. I'm just thinking of its properties. I don't think I have any of the real thick gel. Let me look. I'll see, but I don't think I have any of it. I have the medium. I don't have the thick. You want to try it through a stencil and see? Because my house isn't a big enough mess already, Eileen. I would just try it probably right on this one. Yeah, I probably would try it on that one. Let me get a palette knife out. I need to collect up my palette knives and put them where they belong. All right, we're going to try some of this gel medium through here. I'm just wondering, it actually would be better to do it on a white. All right, I'll do it on a white sheet of paper because it'll be easier to tell. This stuff's a little hard to control. Here, we'll do it with this. What the heck? Got nothing better to do. And that's 10 times more than I need, honestly, right there. It is taking the color off the stencil, and I honestly thought I had washed this stencil, but apparently not very well. Oh, way to go. Well, that's not going to work. All right, hang on. If there's any on the paper and it acts like a resist, nothing's going to go there. Good test, right? Okay, now don't goof it up. Hey, Patty. Checking in from work. I'm just playing with different materials to get a resist with watercolor. The only thing that absolutely I found other than Frisket that has worked pretty much 100% was embossing. Now I'm trying just some gel medium, acrylic gel medium. We'll see how well it's going to work. All right, let's dry it and see. I can't believe, Eileen, you did this again. I'm going to be cleaning up for a flipping hour. Ugh, I swear to God, this was not going to happen today. And here I am. Hopefully this will dry with the heat gun really quickly. Just say no. I can't say no to her. I can't do it. But generally, when she's telling me to do all this crazy crap, I generally learn something. It's just I don't remember it long. It's almost dry, I can tell. And it probably doesn't matter how dry it is as long as it's not going to move. All right, here we're going to wash this. Oops, it's a little bit wet, but it still shouldn't go anywhere. All right, even though I know the paper is going to buckle, I'm going to go ahead and get the whole thing wet. You say this better not come off on this brush or I'm going to be mad as hell. But it's not, so it's okay. Because this is a really nice brush. Really, really, really nice. Okay. All right. I'll just go ahead and use the same Prussian blue that I've been using. Because it's already wet. All right, and I'll get some of that phthalo green. Because this part, when I'm doing stuff like this, drives Eileen crazy, and that's the part that makes me happiest. All right, here we go. Paper's wet. Not real wet. We're going to wet it more. What did I do with my spray bottle? There it is. You can see my dirty little fingerprint. I hate when I do stuff like that. Fortunately, we're just playing, so it doesn't matter. All right, Eileen, I think you're on to something here. Sorry, I hope you guys can see that. Because I think if I want it white, I mean, it's going to be green right now, but if I go back with a baby wipe, I'm thinking it'll wipe right off. I'm thinking. Now I'm going to have an angry cat. She wants to get over here, and there's no place for her. Oh, no, it didn't get any gel on it, Elaine. The gel was plenty dry. So no worries there. No, if I had gotten gel on that brush, no, I would have been up washing it like immediately. No doubt about it. Now I'm just letting the water run wherever it wants. Now, see, drippage like this, I love. I really love drippage like this. This just makes me happy. Oop, maybe the mini mister rather than so much water. Just give it a little help down here. Yeah, this probably isn't going to get a whole heck of a lot of anything else. So I think, Eileen, I'm going to dry this real quick because I'm liking that right there. I like the white. Okay, here's a perfect place to check. This is where I got some of the gel and I scraped it off with the knife. Look at perfect resist right there. And I'm probably down too far. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's with this camera today. Maybe I have it upside down or something. I don't know. Hey, Mary. When I'm done, it needs some gold splats on it. Look at her. Look at her, what she's doing to me. You need some gold splats. So then I get something else out. And then I'll be cleaning up an additional X period of time. Ah. Let me go ahead and dry this. But she might be right. But I'm going to try and wipe that watercolor off the gel. And then I'll know whether or not the color went under it. But if it's sitting on top of it, yeah. But there's no saying that the watercolor won't be absorbed underneath it because it's sitting on top. I know, Mary, I know. But her motive, Mary, is not, at this point, it's trash out her house as much as I can. I know her. Hey, Kathy. I'm almost done here. I've just been playing with watercolors today, doing abstracts, which I'm not comfy with. But I'll show them here in a minute. But then again, like using this through a stencil is fine. But I've got to find something that I can draw with that's going to be a good resist. And I might end up using a candle wax or something because I know part of the problem is the Crayola is riding along the top of the hills and valleys of the paper. And so that's why it's not totally resisting. That's my theory. But I could be full as usual. Always good. See, Kathy, that's what I thought. That's why I bought that abstract book, because I'm such a straight line person that I thought, okay, get the abstract book. It might be good for you. Oops, that's not dry enough. All right, it's got to be dry completely before I can do that. I was hoping it was dry enough. Gold splatters. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Clean up one thing. Oh, I didn't put the gauze in there, so I can't put it up yet. Let's see. I don't like the metallic inks. I like the acrylic. It's either going to have to be the watercolor spots or acrylic spots. I'll do the acrylic. It's easy to mix and clean up in a hurry, I guess. I really wish I bought more of this Dina Wakley gold. I probably will be able to find it though, so. But I got this on really good deal, so. My splatter brush is right here. When you make it, you have to make enough for like 12 projects, right? Oh, you're going to stream this Thursday at 1 Eastern, Kathy. Yay. Okay, so now my week is going to be able to come up at better. I think I'm going to go to Joplin tomorrow. That means tonight I'll be getting Happy Mail put together. Do I want this completely dry before I splatterage it? The paint is really dry. It's the gel that's not. So Tuesday morning on Tuesday morning. I know, right, Julie? Woohoo! Well, and I think Robert needs to get his other hearing aid worked on, and I need a few groceries. So I think it warrants a trip to Joplin, and I will be at Tuesday morning. Okay, there, finally I can see it drying better. All right, that one's dry enough. I should be able to see here. Yep. Okay, the watercolor is just sitting on top of that gel. So the gel, which would be cool to, spread on maybe randomly with a palette knife or something, because you can wipe it and get back to the white. But if you don't want to, I don't think you have to either. Like if I wanted to leave that blue, but then I'd have to remember that that is going to move readily, anything I do on top of it, right? But yeah, that gel is actually coming off pretty darn clean. So maybe not up here so much. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty good resist. And I guess I could draw. Well, no, you can't draw with it. Okay, Cass knows what to use as a resist. Something I can draw with. If it's something that I could put in of course, I have the Frisket. It's just letting it dry. So that's probably the best answer of all, is just use Frisket and then no worries about resist. And after you're done, you just peel it off. It's kind of like gel, only the gel you're going to leave on. But that actually worked as a pretty good resist. I don't mind it. All right, here we go with some gold splatterage, because I just cleaned up the splatterage from last week. Oh, and I have a shirt on today that doesn't have splatter on it. So killing two birds with one stone today. Is that enough splatterage, you think? All right. That one actually is kind of fun. And that one, I think I probably may turn that into a journal cover, a small journal cover. And hopefully by next, let's see, that 7, that we're at the 23rd. Yeah, probably by next week, I'll have the cover of my Inktober ready. All right, let's look at what we did because my time is almost up here. Here's just where I tried with the white crayon, the resist. I can see it. I don't know how much you guys can, but I can see it a little bit up in there, but not like I had anticipated or expected. So, yeah, that's kind of bummer. But the salt is nice, and these few places where I had the gauze is nice. I may re-wet this and put the gauze back down. Just for the hell of it, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is absolutely completely dry now, so I'm going to go ahead and just run water over the whole thing. It's watercolor paper, so the color will or can move a little bit, but probably won't move a lot. So this is more experiment than anything, just to see if it will go ahead. But what I could do also at this point is if I really wanted to make sure, oh, I had blue on that already. I could just put some more watercolor on it. So this gauze part is going to be more apparent when it dries, right? I've never put gauze back on after I pulled it off, so now I'm just playing for the hell of it because I can't dance. You know I can't dance, you know. Rubber cement acts as a resist, difficult to draw with. Yeah, see, that's just it. That's why I'm just like, crayon would be the most ideal thing. If I could get it to work. And I know it would work good on hot pressed paper. It's the cold pressed paper that's a pain, you know? Because you can't get the wax really down into the valleys of the paper. That's the deal. So we'll just see. What the heck? What the heck? I do love the way the gauze looks, though, on it. And the salt, too. Like these big hunks of salt, it definitely looks cool. So I'll let that go ahead and dry. This one is going to look way, I promise you. I've done enough now that I know that. So I don't know what I'll end up doing with it. Just one of those play things. May end up cutting it into squares and turning it into mini postage stamps or something like that. You could use an oil paint marker in white to draw on as a resist. An oil paint marker. How long does that take to dry, Kathy? Oil paint to me, you know, when I hear that, it's just like, oh my God, it takes your lifetime to dry. And And maybe I should just use what that woman used. Just order up some, what'd she say, oil pastels? Because that's what she's using, and hers are, okay, it doesn't take long. Because, yeah, that's what she's using, and it looked good to me. But I don't know, I can't remember what substrate she was working on either. So there's always that. All right, where's our other one? And then we're going to call it a day. Let's see what we got going on here. The other one that I don't think is so pretty. It's taped to a board. It's not like you can lose it, right? Oh, here it is. I set it around behind me. Okay. So then there's this one. I'll move this one out from underneath. Sure, I'm glad I have two of those boards. So this one's just weird. I might play with it later. I just think it's weird. But for me to do something like this is unusual. So I probably shouldn't be hard on myself, right? You like this one, CB? I don't know. It's going to take me a while. I think I would like it if the areas that were supposed to stay white would have stayed white. I think that's the thing. This one would be good cut up. You're right, Eileen. It would be good cut up because I still have all these little things sitting here, but I love them. I'm just not sure what I want to do with them. These little mini, I just haven't finished them yet. But yeah, this actually would be probably good cut up like these. So what if you filled in all the white with a black Posca pen? Yeah, because then the colors wouldn't move. What would happen if you ironed the black crayon lines? You mean on this one now? Well, you'd pick the wax up. That's actually a really good idea, Piccola, because I don't know. White watercolor wouldn't do it. No, white watercolor is not an option. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but Piccola, actually, what you're saying there, because when it melts, ideally it would go in and fill in all those areas. Of course, it's not going to clean up the areas between. And maybe I should have just been more diligent about getting the black down in there, you know. Like if I take my time and really press, that's how I got a broken crayon. But yeah, if I really press, I can get it down in the hills and valleys. So it could be just my own laziness. Well, and part of it is being on stream, you know, trying to hurry for you guys. You know, that I could go ahead and get it down in those valleys, and then it probably wouldn't resist, or it would resist more because I forced it down in there. And actually that black down there where it's really, really black looks good, right? Yeah, I think I will. It will melt. I know it will melt. Use your heat gun and see if it melts. Good idea. Let me get a piece of, let me see. Okay, I've got a piece of just crapola 20-pound paper here that I could use. And I'll do it down here where I've really got a lot of wax. Just sweep that right off the table. It can go on the carpet and I can walk it in. That's always really cool. I love when I do that. All right, heat gun. We're going to heat that wax up. Okay, I can see it getting wet looking. Let me see. And that's just pan pastel on top of that. Okay, it did melt, but it didn't melt enough where I can pick it up. Where if I put like a newspaper down on this and then heat it up with an iron, use a dang glue gun to draw with, and when done, pull the glue up. No, I think I could probably just spend more time getting the wax down in the valleys. Just quit being such a crybaby. And I might just go ahead and darken all these, because on these where I've darkened it, I really like it a lot. Elaine, lay brown paper bag over it and iron over the bag. Yeah, that's what I would do. Or use a newspaper. Newspaper works really good too. It sucks up the excess wax. And I don't even mind the wax on it. It's just getting it down into the valley so that the watercolor doesn't spread. And so you could keep the white lines between them, right? Know what I'm saying? Because this, when I'm really, really pushing down and getting it down in there, but I'm going to order, I think I'm going to just order, well, I'm going to see how much they are before I just order them, because I'm not sure how often I would do this. But if it's pretty reasonable, I might just order a white and a black oil pastel for that purpose, right? Is Vicki going to stream right now? What would Vicki have to say? All right. Anyway, yeah, it does look good with the crayon darkened. It really does. So I don't know. I think I could play with it more. I really do. And see. It's not the worst thing. Not the best, but it's not the worst. So anyway, I'm going to probably call it a day. I will see Kathy on Thursday. That makes me excited. Something to look forward to. I'll clean up this mess, Eileen. And then this evening, I'm going to go ahead and try and finish swatching all the washi tape. And then I'll show you that next week. That's actually been really fun. I'm about halfway done right now. Oh, I love the smell of crayon. Yeah, I like the heavy, heavy black. You have oil pastels? Well, let me see how much they are, Elaine. I might just be able to get it ordered really quick and have it here. I might even look tomorrow when I'm out shopping. So, yeah, let me see. And then if they're too expensive or I don't want to spend the money or whatever, I'll get with you, okay? And I'll buy them from you or something. So anyway, all right, you guys, I'm 10 minutes past my time. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks, mods. Thanks for hanging out for this crazy experiment. That actually is probably going to be a journal cover. So thanks, you guys. I'll see you next time. I'll be hanging around. We'll see you somewhere. Okay, crazy wenches. Adios.